Hello, it's Dale here, and a lot of people asking me all the time about the water soluble and how this and that. So I thought I would just do a little bit more, mainly because I missed something anyway. But first of all, talking about Romeo, just to show you, it's a bit crinkly, and this is an old piece, so I don't know how long it's been lying around, but sometimes they become very crisp. Look at this one. This has been around for a long. Can you see how crisp it is? But it still will wash out. There's no problem. This is a nice fresh piece. It just came off the roll that I cut up yesterday or the day before. So I just wanted to show that if you put your fibres, look, these are the beautiful filigree fibres. It's a very, very fine and just like in the Alice wrap and the other wrap that we've got, and you just pull off the layers, and you don't need a lot at all. It goes a long, long way. But aren't they just beautiful to see the different fibres there? Now if I pop that down and let's take a little bit. Of course, you know what Murphy's like when you're demonstrating. It doesn't work. So if I put this onto here, and then it's very, very sheer. I can cut that off later or pull it out. And if I wanted to cut a shape, so I've drawn a pretend little a tree of some sort there. And just to show what I've done previously is put the fibres between two layers and then cut out holes or the shape that you want, and then put another piece of Romeo down underneath or on the top, and then stitch it down so that you've got another anchor for it. It will all wash out, and I cut it all up right up to here. And what I do with all my little tiny bits is I put them in a jar and put water in, and then I can spray them and make a stabilizer, a thick stabilizer, or I can iron them back together again and just carry on using them. So it'll last until they've all disappeared, because when you're washing them out, you don't want to be washing out something you don't need to. So cut them right off. Keep them in a little bag and iron them back together again, or as I said, dissolve them in warm water and you'll get a spray-on stabilizer. And the beauty that I love about all this, making the holes and so on, because all these fibres stick to me, is that then you've got another piece underneath and you can use them for layers. So whatever's under there, it becomes a layer. So it can be a layer of shapes, or it can just be a layer like in circles. And I won't stitch this because it makes a lot of noise, but just to show, I've drawn on it, and I would put that down. I could then cover the whole lot with circles or shapes, and then come back into my shape and cut it out once it's been made like this. So I would have this shape, cut the whole shape out, and then I can, with the holes, put it back onto another piece of Romeo and stitch it up. Just like this one here, which is Margaret Ollie's Solandris, and I used the flowers that I had created for other things. I put them back in as a stencil, and this is a bit of writing on the back that I've transferred. It's about Margaret Ollie, and then she's the Australian artist who's absolutely fantastic. And if I ever get to Tweed's Head, I'd love to go to the house where all her work is. And so you can see where I've cut out. I've put this down as a stencil, drawn it, and then cut the shape out. It's two pieces together with some more Romeo underneath, and then I've simply stitched it up as in a ladder with the flower on here. Now, I've said many times that I'm not in the game, have never been in the game for tidiness and neatness and precision, because nature isn't tidy and neat and precise, and so it's just how it is. These are silk fibres. They're not as fine as I showed you here, but they're a little bit thicker, but they're there. And then you can see here, I've just been talking about how I go around it with a straight stitch and up and down the ladders with a straight stitch, and then zigzag over it just to anchor it. You don't zigzag it before you've done the straight stitch. Then come down the lines, do a circle in the middle, and it's pretty firm. If I lift it, you'd hold it, make a lovely, flowers. If you don't wash it out quite as much, you can make things that have a three-dimension. But this one I've washed out pretty well. So this is just again to show you how versatile a water-soluble like Romeo is because it is a slow dissolver and it can be moulded and shaped, and you don't need a hoop, which I don't like. And then, you know, this is just my own little work of art. So I hope that's given you some more ideas to think about, and we'll see you again another time. Bye.